Were you guided here by kindly Miquella? I am Leda. And like you, I was guided by faith along his honorable path. Touch the withered arm, and you too will be transported to the realm of Shadow where Miquella the Kind now dwells. My compatriots are there already. Like us, they have heard kindly Miquella's call. If you can find them, they are certain to lend you aid. Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of Shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again. Finally we meet. I am Leda. I missed my chance to speak with you last time, but you too must have been guided here by kindly Miquella. Have you met my compatriots? They were drawn here by Miquella the Kind, much like you, following the path he himself trod. You must have been surprised to see such a band. Each come from places far and wide. Hello again. Did you meet my compatriots? They're quite the congregation, from places as far and wide as you can imagine. Doubtless they'd have all come to blows at first glance, were it not for the charm kindly Miquella put upon us. This is what allows us to serve together, the work of a living God. We are all utterly captivated by kindly Miquella. It is what binds us together. Wondering about the Hornsent, are you? True enough. In any other circumstance, he'd be at our throats. Long ago, Queen Marika commanded Sir Messmer to purge the Tower folk, a cleansing by fire. It's no wonder the Hornsent holds the Erdtree in contempt. That aside, man is by nature a creature of conquest, and in this regard, the Tower folk are no different. They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war, but it's still a wretched shame. Oh, that man is known as Dane. He's been in the service of Miquella the Kind longer than I. He might be solemn of cheer, but is a fierce warrior nevertheless. There's no cause for concern. Dane's reluctance to speak to you is no fault of your own. We've been acquainted for quite some time, but even I am yet to hear his voice. Perhaps one day. Finally we meet. I am Leda. I missed my chance to speak with you last time, but you too must have been guided here by Miquella the Kind. Then you must have felt it. Tender Miquella's enchantment has broken. Oh, hello. Did you feel it? Miquella the Kind's enchantment appears to have broken. But while my devotion to kindly Miquella remains unchanged, by my troth I am not so sure about the others. No, wait. Perhaps this is a blessing in disguise. I can wield my sword to cull the undeserving, those unfit to bask in Miquella the Kind's presence. I can wield my sword to cull the undeserving, those unfit to bask in tender Miquella's presence. I should have thought of this earlier. Right. It's time to begin ferreting out those of us who don't deserve to be at kindly Miquella's side. Thiollier. It's true. His devotion to St. Trina is plain to see. I fear his vows to Miquella the Kind are merely secondary. But for this very reason, Thiollier is incapable of betrayal. St. Trina's love for kind Miquella is boundless. She is, after all, his other half. Or perhaps her feelings go beyond even that. Even if she was left behind, I doubt her heart would waver. The Hornsent. On one hand, he trusts Miquella the Kind to bring salvation to his people. With the enchantment lifted, his vengeful passions may once again ignite. But surely he'd be mindful of kindly Miquella's promise. On the other hand, the Hornsent does present his own dangers. Perhaps your concerns are well-founded after all. Allow me some time to mull it over. There you are. I've made up my mind. The Hornsent will be eliminated. It took me long enough, I know. But I've made my decision. I believe it wisest to eliminate the Hornsent. If he were to point his blade at Sir Messmer or Queen Marika, perhaps it would not matter, but vengeance changes a man. And one day, his blade may turn towards Miquella the Kind. Kindly Miquella is, after all, the true golden child. Even if he discards every last drop of his being, his lineage will always remain. I believe the Hornsent suspects what I have in mind. He never placed his full trust in me, even under the effect of kindly Miquella's spell. He must have recognized something. The scent of the killer that slept within me. The stench of crusted blood. I will follow the Hornsent. To have his revenge on Sir Messmer, there is only one place he will go. The Black Keep. Worthy Hornsent, I will dispose of you, before your thirst for revenge beckons our undoing. I can no longer trust your word. What a surprise that you should join me here. I am pleased. Now go and make yourself useful. Have you been taken in by the plight of the Hornsent? Foolish, but hardly unexpected. Man is a compassionate animal, for better or worse. I expected things to end differently with you. What a pity. You have bested me. Only... you have bested me. A single betrayal. Enough to turn the tides. Unfortunate. But I will leave you be. For now. Kindly Miquella never betrays a vow. Go. Your family awaits you. Ah, there you are. It took me long enough, I know. But I've made my decision. I'm going to leave the Hornsent to his own devices. With his grudge against Sir Messmer settled, his blade is bent by madness. Wherever he goes, he won't last long. I needn't bother with him. Unruly emotions only lead to misfortune. All the more reason we need someone like Miquella the Kind. I've made up my mind. The Hornsent is no longer a mortal danger. With the object of his vengeance gone, his blade has grown dull. In that state, I don't imagine he will ever fight again. I needn't bother with him. Lest, of course, another target for his retribution should appear. Ah, there you are. Well fought. You have my gratitude. He was never going to see eye to eye with us. But his words were ill-founded. It was hard to hear, I know. I know I shouldn't let myself. But I suppose it's only natural to feel the weight of one's deeds at times like these. There's plenty left to be done. And I will see to it. Who else, I wonder? I don't enjoy casting suspicion on anyone I've called a comrade. But it's a small sacrifice in the grand scheme of things. We must eradicate all doubt. Ah, there you are. I'm afraid Sir Ansbach will have to be next. He insists that he's nothing but a worn-down, over-the-hill soldier. But in his day, he was the feared commander of the pure-blood knights, who cleaved open Miquella the Kind with his blood blade. He claims he hasn't the spirit to take up his sword again, but I doubt it'll be very long before he recalls, as I have, the cascading sheets of blood. I'm afraid he cannot be left to fester. I've come to a realization. There's ample evidence. Without kindly Miquella's influence, I'm quite mistrustful of others. Sir Ansbach, I will dispose of you. I find that I have a new apprehension. Your ambivalence. And exactly where it might lead you. Well, fancy meeting you here. I am pleased. Now go and make yourself useful. You've come again, have you? Thank you. Now go and make yourself useful. So you've chosen your side, have you? Despite having no debt to the Lord of Blood. I suppose it was Sir Ansbach who won you over. Fine. One more heart for my blade to skewer. With this battle I send you on. It was an honor. Now go. You are a force of nature. Only... perhaps I should have known. Not to challenge the two of you alone. I take my leave. For now. Thank you for all that you have done, Sir Ansbach. Ah, there you are. I appreciate the help in battle. None can deny Sir Ansbach was a truly great man. We can be proud that we were the last opponents he ever faced. I owe you for your help in battle. once again. Sir Ansbach must have considered it an honourable end, being felled by your hand. After all, the good fellow held you in the highest regard. When we speak of it, we may speak with pride that we were Sir Ansbach's final adversaries. You are an odd one, aren't you? The enchantment is broken, and yet you alone appear completely unchanged, as if nothing was ever cast upon you. No matter. If you found your way here, it was because kindly Miquella wished it so. But I am afraid this is our farewell. When next we meet, let it be under the eyes of Miquella the Kind. Goodbye, comrade. I'm afraid this is our farewell, comrade. I thought I'd see you here. It's been quite some time. It was never kindly Miquella, was it? The Erdtree was leading you all along, so that you might ascend to lordship. Why come to these lands to begin with? I suppose it must be what His Eminence, or perhaps the Erdtree desired all along. The clashing of the favored lords, such that one would prevail. So be it. If you insist upon facing Miquella the Kind, then I will run you through whoever you might be. Don't tarry now. Don't you dare approach Miquella the Kind. Needle Knight Leda and Dryleaf Dane. Needle Knight Leda, Dryleaf Dane, and our ally. Needle Knight Leda, Dryleaf Dane, and our allies will never allow this. I can't fathom your convictions. After knowing kindly Miquella, what remains to pledge to your Lord of Blood? Thiollier, I seem to have made a poor judgment about you. Or perhaps Centrina. I am sorry for speaking to you as a compatriot when we stood before the withered arm. By way of apology, I will reveal the marrow of my sword. Its needles that will stitch you into death. With this battle I send you on. It was an honor to face a worthy lord. Now go. Kindly Miquella, make the world a gentler place.